so glad to be with you today once more. It is amazing what's going on in our country, Liberia. Our people are gearing up for the second round of voting for either one of the ones that are in the lead to become leaders or leader of our country. I'm excited in a way because at least our country will have someone who's going to lead us. And I must say here that I'm not pleased with the two who are going for the runoff. I'm not. But as people always use the word, go for the lesser evil, okay? So I don't know between the both of them who is the lesser evil. But as I've been explained on numerous occasions from individuals who knew these two individuals, have said derogative stuff about them, have said the worst things about them, have said how inept they are and they just cannot lead, but rather some of them tend to rule. So I'm excited in a way, but it's something like a bittersweet, okay? So to you, my subscribers, thank you for returning and your consistency. Those of you who have not subscribed, I want to say kindly subscribe. This is just the act of giving you information, and subscribing don't cost a dime. It don't cost a thing. You know, all you need to do is to just hit the subscribe button, and then there you are. You give me an additional number of subscribers. So I'm glad that you even chose to watch my videos, and I'm happy. So please share, like, hit the notification bell, so that others and you will be able to be notified when a video comes out. Okay, today I'm just going to talk to you, my African friends, my Liberian brothers and sisters, about speaking from two sides of our mouth. You know, hypocrisy is something that is actually detested by so many, even by the great God that we worship. That's one of the worst things he hates is hypocrisy. And I realize that many of us in Liberia who tend to want to be politician or, you know, they're self-imposed politician actually. I don't know if they went to school or they just wanted to get involved in saying things that is erroneous about others to try to get their way or to be able to join on the grand, you know, the gravy wagon or whatever they're trying to do. I don't seem to understand. But there are two people that I would like to show you and talk about a little bit. And the first person I want to maybe talk about in a way is Mr. Eugene Fargon. Mr. Fargon is on another platform. And this platform seems to support Joseph Newman Boykai for the presidency of Liberia. But we know the story of the head of this platform. You know, he did something very, very detestable, wicked, to harm others here in America. And today, he had confessed and attested that he did wrong and that he's guilty. But Mr. Fargon had been supporting him to the letter. But I know over time, when he was Deputy Minister of Information in Monrovia, he praised George Weah. That's what I want you to understand, the gravy train. Many of us who are speaking and saying things from different platforms, we have our aim and objective, our aspiration is to be a part and parcel of the gravy train, that as it passes by, we will jump on that gravy train and to make some money, okay, to be hired or employed. But I want to just note here that I am not one of them. I'm using this platform to just disseminate informations that I believe our people needs to know how hypocritical others are, because I don't want a job from anyone in Liberia. You know, those days when I needed a job, I couldn't get it until I fell in the police force and became a special task force officer, okay? So I really don't seem to want to work again, you know, in any government for whatever reason. I want to contribute my quota, and I believe what I'm doing now is contributing my quota to the Liberian people and the Liberian society, the community, by telling you the truth of people that we find ourselves hanging out with and mingling with. These people are hypocrites. It is sad to say. It is sad to say, but they speak from two sides of their mouth. When they are with George Weah, they say the best thing about him and they insult JNB. But then when they cross carpet and join JNB, they say the worst things about George Weah. You know, you Liberians, how do you equate this attitude to a good person? Fagon has been saying the worst things about George Weah's government. When he was deputy minister, I listened to some of his interview. A guy from Ghana who was a journalist went and interviewed him. And he said the best things that you could ever want to hear about a leader through Fagon on behalf of George Weah. But today, he have crossed carpet because why? He blundered. George Weah dismissed him, fired him. He had his show in Liberia where he was talking erroneously about George Weah's government, the president of Liberia. Now he's in the States and they have joined the bandwagon of Stanton. And they have the worst things to say about the government of Liberia. Because why? They know that they don't have any way, or Fagon knows he doesn't have any way of becoming a deputy minister in George Weah's government. So now he's looking for another way out by joining who? Joseph Boakai. So I want us to be aware of people like this, because hypocrisy is at the highest. You cannot believe a person like this. He has his radio, his YouTube channel, intellectual, or whatever you call it, on Facebook and what. And people tend to watch it. This guy is a hypocrite. He's a liar. He loves to discuss destruction and disturbance. He causes chaos and division. And you guys sit and listen to these people, because I notice most of our Liberians love people who use bad words or feel like they are so tough and they are so strong and they can do whatever they want. So like Henry Costa and Yeke Kaluba, and we see Fagon and all of these people who uses words so inappropriately to say things about people. Beware of people who speak from two sides of their mouth. Beware, because Eugene Fagon is one of them. And if you're not careful, he's going to dig a hole for you. And when you fall in it, he's going to cover you up without any remorse. Beware. I did mention that I was going to talk about two people, Eugene Fagon and Henry P. Costa. Henry Costa is one of them too. One of those people who speak from both sides of his mouth. He said terrible things about people, erroneous things about people. He was with JNB. He said the best things because he was aiming at something. He wanted something from Joseph Newman Boakai. He wanted to become vice president. He announced earlier that he wanted to run as senator for Montserrado County. But when Boakai, knowing how divisive Boakai is, how hypocritical Boakai is, he told Henry Costa he was going to make him his running mate, vice president. But it happened that he didn't do it. He deceived him. He threw him by the wayside. As Prince Johnson said, he spoke to Boakai for about 4 months, sleepless nights, to be able to kick Yombly and Costa aside so that he can bring in Jeremiah Cone, who became the running mate. And I know Costa is angry, he's sad, he's mad about the idea. And whatever he can do, he could do it to say whatever he can. You know, Boyka used him. He was used by Boyka. Joseph Boyka had his mindset, his intentions. And I just want to say to Prince Johnson that he got to be careful. If Boyka hypocritically could think that, or Prince Johnson could think that Boyka listening to him, that's why he brought in Jeremiah Cone, he'd be making a sad mistake. Because when Joseph Boyka do become president of Liberia, Prince Johnson will have his own problem to contend with. Because a man like Henry Costa, who was in the States, and Boyka came to this country, and this young man took him from place to place, hospitals, pay his bills, got 10 men as he claimed, and to support Boyka, and he did all of this for, and Boyka could kick him to the curb. Who can he not kick to the curb? Who can he not kick to the curb? But see, that's the problem with us Liberians. You know, when we want something, we put our all. And then when we are disappointed, you become our enemy. We say the worst things about you. Now Costa is speaking from two sides of his mouth, insulting Joseph Boyka. He's saying the worst things about Boyka, whereas he has spoken terribly about George Weah. Terribly about George Weah, the president of Liberia. But now he's on the bandwagon. He was on the bandwagon of Joseph Boyka. So he had the audacity to say whatever he wanted to say. Now guess what? Because Joseph Boyka has stuck his finger in his nose, he has now gone back to George Weah. Tell me, people, what do you think George Weah going to think about this man? Do you think George Weah going to trust him when he called George Weah or Duka? When he called George Weah or Pupu and Crab? When he said the worst things about George Weah? How in the world can George Weah accept this guy? He will pretend because he wants the position as president continuously. So whatever it takes, he will accept. But Henry Costa, to me personally, is no good person. And people that are praising him and saying wonderful things about him. Oh, you know, I back and Costa. I back him. I stand with him because of. What are you talking about? Why can't we reason Liberians and see through this man for who he is? The man is hypocritical. The man is not a good man. If he comes on this bandwagon, he speaks bad about the other one. When he flip channel or flip carpet, he talks bad about the one he was on. Is that the kind of politician you want to lead you? And you are listening to these kind of people, Fagon and Henry and Costa? You guys have to be careful with these people. Be careful with them because they mean nothing good for you. They are only seeking their own interest. That's why I say they speak from two sides of their mouth. They got two faces, one in front and one at the back. When they come to you, they say something different. When they go there, they say something different. Are these trustworthy people? Are these honest people? I just want you to be mindful. Be mindful because they are not seeking your interests. They are running after their own interests. That's what it's all about. They come on TV, on YouTube, on Facebook, and say the worst things about people that they're associated with, that they're affiliated with, that they call their friends, they call their father, they call their brother. They say terrible things about them. And what makes you think that you are exempt from their wrath? That you praise them and you say all kind of, you lost beautiful things about them. That you like them, you stand with them. Liberians went and re-elected Yeke Koluba as representative. A man who abuses the president of the Republic of Liberia, who did nothing, absolutely nothing for his people in District 10. Every day they were kicking him out of sections. And you guys turn around. Because why? Because you people think that he's a roaring lion. But are you benefiting from his roar? He keeps saying people in the Senate, they are stealing. People in the legislature, they are stealing. But he able to buy 12 motorbikes, paying $1,000 each. What business does he have? Is he a businessman? Paying $1,000 for 12 motorbikes is $12,000. How many of you in Monrovia, in Liberia, have $12,000 to boast of right now? How many of you? He claimed that nobody helped him. He paid for them for himself. But what I'm trying to say is these are the kind of people Liberians gravitate towards. That's why Liberia will always be Liberia. It will always be underdeveloped because we don't want developed minds to teach us and to train us in the right way. We look for these minds that are already corrupt, clogged. That's the mind we try to go after and to push them and support them. And in the final analysis, they get all and you get nothing. Not even the crumbs that falls from the master's table. But I want to stop here today because it tends to grieve my heart to see Liberians listening to people like these, castigating, insulting, bringing others down, being hypocrites, being deceptive. But that's what we like. That's the kind of people we love. So I want you to continue to watch my videos, subscribe, like, hit the notification bell. And I want to say thank you for watching my videos. May God bless the people of Liberia and may God bless the Republic of Liberia.